gentlemen, welcome back to a new year, a new decade, and a brand new episode of the WAT podcast. This is season 2, episode 2. Happy New Year.
Oh wow, there was a big gap between episode 1 and episode 2.
What? Oh yeah, between episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was
went on.
fucking mid-November.
We took a really big hiatus.
Yeah, we had a justified break between what was supposed to be episode 2, from episode 1.
Because we went on holiday.
We both went this time on a holiday. We didn't go to the same places. If we did, then we would have probably recorded something.
Yeah.
And
Amay didn't want me to come with him to India, so.
And Murtaza didn't want Pete to come with him to Canada.
Excuse me, the first thing when I said I'm going to Canada was me telling you like, hey, yo, Amay, are you going to be in, Philadelphia? You should come over. And you were like, yeah, totally. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll come over. And then
like 2 days later, I was like, shit, I'm going to India.
Not even 2 days later. It was the same day.
No, it was the same day. It was the same conversation. I was like, yeah, I'm going to in December. I'm going to my cousin's wedding. You were like, wait, fucking December. You told me you're gonna be in Philadelphia.
So yeah.
Okay.
I would obviously invite you. I'm not as cruel as you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were both on vacation. I think I would like to share my experiences.
Okay. Go ahead.
I feel like I want to talk about this, and I think the desired response I would get from this is, after hearing this, I want people to be physically tired, just by not even physically, like just mentally tired. They'll be like, holy fuck, like how much. Like, because even I was updating you with my schedule, and at that point I feel like even you lost track. You were like, Jesus Christ.
Because you would say you were going there, and then I would ask you where you are, and you would be in a different place, but you'd be in transition to that place that you originally told me about.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. So if you're listening to this, don't listen to it while you're going to work, or
you're just gonna be just mentally drained,
or going to the gym either. Anything that you get
anything that requires a lot of motivation. You're just gonna be like, fuck this, man. So basically from originally from Philadelphia, I went to Bombay, because my cousin was supposed to get married. So disclaimer, through the entire trip to India, I didn't stay in a single place for more than 1 week.
No.
Yeah, I was there for 3 weeks, but I didn't spend more than probably 6 days in a single place. Okay, so I'd gone to India. Now, originally we had booked an Airbnb, so. It was my family, my cousin's family, and my grandparents. We were all staying in this one big Airbnb before, the wedding and stuff, because it was kind of easy for us to all be in one house, where we could have all the pre-wedding ceremonies and whatever stuff that needs to be done in terms of planning. That can be done. Once that was over, we moved into the hotel where all the guests were coming. Right. And so I'll give you the timeline. I reached the Airbnb on the 16th of December. We were there till the 21st morning. We went to the airport, to the hotel, and the wedding was on the not the wedding, the first the Sangeet and stuff, the first 2 events were on the 22nd, and then the wedding was on the 23rd. So we spent 2 days, so the 21st day and the 22nd day, in the hotel. We did all the pre-wedding functions, and then the wedding was in this ashram, 4 hours away from Bombay by car. So we had 4-hour drive So on the 23rd, we woke up like super early in the morning. We all went in our cars, buses, and whatnot to the ashram.
I
The
have a
wedding was
question.
there. Yeah,
Did you go in a bus or a car?
I went in a car. I
Okay.
accompanied my cousin brother in a car.
Okay.
Um,
Continue.
yeah. So we all went in a car. um, 4 hours. It was good. It was not bad. Um, we reached there at like let's say 2 ish, 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We had like about 3 hours to get ready and stuff like that. So we slowly got ready. About like 5 o'clock, we were actually like we were getting ready at someone's house, and then from there we went to the ashram.
Yeah.
Um, at like about 5 o'clock. We had dinner at like five. My brother and I had dinner at like 5:30,
Mm-hmm.
and then the wedding was took place at about 7 o'clock, somewhere there. Um, 7:30. Went on for about 2 hours. 9 o'clock we were done. Um, Now, the original plan was okay, so the plan was that some people were going to stay behind in the ashram, whereas some people were going to leave and go to Bombay or wherever they needed to go. Um, like, for example, Vishal, who came with us to the wedding, he
Mm-hmm.
went to Ahmedabad instead of going to Bombay with us. So
Okay.
they had like their own train and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we had, so my cousin and his family decided to stay in the ashram. My family, so my brother, parents, and I, we decided to leave on the day of the wedding, back to Bombay. So we had to again take the freaking bus. This time we had to go back in a bus. What, 4 or 5 hours? Um, so we left at about like 11:30. We reached the hotel, like the original hotel, at about 4,
Mm-hmm.
3:34. Went to sleep for however long as we could. Woke up the next day, checked out, went to another hotel, stayed there for 2 days. Um, then we checked out of there, and then my brother and I went back to the ashram because we had a festival there for all
Mm-hmm.
the like the young people.
Was it
Who
that guy singing?
No, that was
Okay.
later on. So
Okay.
the first 2 days, so this is now the 26th. 26th?
Okay.
Yeah, 26th. We reached there on the 26th. Um, and the festival for like all the young people. So all the young people who belong to that organization from all over the world, they all came there. And we had like 2 days of like activities. So on the 27th we had a whole football tournament.
Oh wow.
Um,
Did you
yeah,
win?
no, we did
Did you
not.
come anywhere towards the top?
So let me explain. We were put in the so it was like a World Cup format, right? So
Okay.
um, there were 5 Indian teams. Like, I'm not even
Mm-hmm.
joking. There were 5 Indian teams. Um, there was 2 U.S. teams, one England team, Singapore, Canada, UAE, and Kenya,
Yeah.
and Australia. Sorry. We were put in the group of death, where we had USA Team A,
Mm-hmm.
we had India Team A, which was like all their best players.
Yeah.
We had the eventual winners of the entire thing, in India, Pune, and
Okay.
then we had us. So we at least came third, and the setup of the tournament was, there were 3 groups. The top in each group go through to the knockout stages, and then the second best team, the next best team through all from all the other teams
Mm-hmm.
goes through. So we came third in our group, so obviously we didn't make it past.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, but it was fun. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think as much as we before we were saying before the tournament we were saying that, oh, we're gonna win and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think uh we actually, like, in our heads we knew that we weren't gonna win based
Mm.
on the group that we were placed in, or at
Yeah.
least we wouldn't have gotten into the knockout stages.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fair.
yeah. But I think we were just there to have fun, and fun we did. And then the next day we had like community service and stuff like that. Um, yeah. So now this is the 28th. On the
Mm-hmm.
28th, our parents come, and that's when we had like the main festival.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is where like the guys came to sing and stuff like that. We had like events throughout the entire day. Um, all that. Now we were there till the first of January. We spent New Year's there. It was great. Uh, so we've been there for about 6 days now, from the
Yeah.
26th to the first. Um,
What do you do in an ashram though?
it
Like.
like the so it was there was a lot of like activities. There
Yeah.
wasn't like any downtime. We
Okay.
had we had like people like I guess spiritual heads came to talk to us from different like religions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the main head of the whole like I guess ashram was there. He would talk to
Mm.
us as well. Yeah, I'm putting it as simple as possible.
No, no, that's fair.
Um, and then on the first, we left the ashram. We went back to Bombay. Had a day's rest until the second. On the second, we had a rest, and then on the third, we left for Goa, because, uh, like my cousin's wife, um, her mom's family is from Goa, so they had a whole reception there, which is all like I guess it was very culturally Christian in a way. Um,
Is she Christian?
yeah, the mother is Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was very Christian in a way. So like that there's like where the father dances with the daughter and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, that was there. Um,
You mean the father-daughter dance?
yeah, the father daughter dance. Um, that was the so we had that whole function, and then on the fourth, which is literally the next day, in the afternoon, we had to leave Goa, and reach Bombay. The flight is like an hour long,
Mm-hmm.
max. So we reached Bombay, and then we find out that our flight back to Nairobi is on the 5th, but usually some people they fly in the afternoon and stuff. Ours was at fucking 6:30 in the morning, so we had to wake up at 3 o'clock. Fuck waking up, dude. I stayed awake the entire night because
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I go to sleep, like I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna be in a terrible mood at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna want to do anything, so I just stayed awake the entire time. Um, yeah, it was okay. It was honestly not too bad. Flew back to Nairobi, um, and then we were in Nairobi from the 5th all
Mm-hmm.
all the way to the 14th.
Yeah.
So that was the longest I was in a place during this entire holiday, which was 9 days. Um, and then I had a 25-hour flight travel day back to Philadelphia. Now let me tell you, on the way back here, I have another story. And
Okay.
this story is fucking wild, okay? Like, I have never been this confused in my entire life. Like, so, um, let me paint this picture. So we have, in Kenya, when you get up in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, you go upstairs where the gates
Yeah.
are, and this is like in the old terminal, right? In the old terminals. So when you go upstairs to the gates, when after you enter the gate, uh, so I guess in modern airports, like the gates are all open. Like you don't have to enter a gate and then you're forbidden to leave that gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over here, in Kenya, it's like you enter the gate and then after you enter the gate, you can't leave the gate. At
Yeah.
least I think that's how it is. Um, and so and the gate is like basically like two big rooms.
Mm.
Um, so before you enter the gate, they check your passport and all that stuff. This is also after immigration. So after immigration, where they check your passport, you go upstairs again, and then they check your passport again before you enter the gate. Um, and then you go inside, and then uh, there's a security check. I go through the security check, and then there's a guy standing on the other side because there's two rooms where now they segregate people based off of what class they're boarding. So like first class premier
Okay.
and first class business class, their seats are closer towards the actual like jetty towards the plane,
Mm-hmm.
whereas every other peasant is put on the other room.
Okay.
Um, so I go up to him and I'm like, okay, I'm economy class. Where do I have to go? And he's like, oh yeah, you go to the left, because you've been selected for a random check. And I was like, okay, fine, sure, random, but sure.
How dare you? How dare they? Those are reserve
Bro,
seats. No, no, no.
can I tell you something? Like, wait, let me finish the story, then I'll continue. So, I go there, they check my handbag and everything. There's no issue. I get on the flight, I fly to Frankfurt, Germany. I get off the plane, I get off the jetty, and straight after that, like, after I leave that jetty, there's a big, like, TV with all the departures showing me where the flights are gonna be. But I had an 8-hour layover, so my flight was still not on the TV. Um, so I'm waiting around just to see if it pops up, but it doesn't. I turn around and I take 2 steps in front, and I'm looking at my phone, and this guy comes and stands next to me. He's wearing normal clothes and everything. He comes and stands next to me, and I look up. Dude, this guy, like, this was the scariest fucking 5 minutes of my entire life. He comes up to me and he flashes me a police badge. And he's like, German police, you've been selected for a customs check. Do you speak English or German? And I was like, I speak English. He's like, can I see your passport? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, first I get selected in Nairobi, now I get selected here. Like, what is going on? Seriously, what is going on? So I showed him my passport, I showed him my visa and stuff like that. Where are you flying to? The the normal immigration questions. And then he hands me my 2 passports, and he goes and stands with his buddy. So there's like 2 undercover policemen waiting right outside our gate, just waiting for people to come. And fucking, they only picked me out of everyone who came through. So at that point, I'm like, okay, something weird is going on, but we'll not look into it much. So I went and I sat in my lounge. I chilled for a bit. Get into the flight, no problem. Come here, land in Philadelphia. Now I'm taking all my bags, and I'm leaving the airport, right? But before you leave, you have to go through. Like in the U.S., it's like, if you have something to declare, that's the only time you go through customs. Otherwise, you don't have to go through customs. You can just walk out, and you're good. So that's how I've been doing it every single time. But this time, I'm walking out, and this lady comes up to me, and she's like, "Hi, what do you have in your bag?" And I was like, "Oh, or no, yeah." She's like, "Hi, do you have any food in your bag?" And I said, "No." She's like, "Okay, can you come?" No, wait. What did she ask me? Fuck. She asked me, "Can I see your form?" So, because you have to like fill out a customs form before coming into the US. So she's like, "Can I see your form?" I show her my form, and like this form, I haven't like done anything on it. Like all my tick boxes are all no. Like I'm not bringing anything into the country. And then she asked me like, "Do you have any food in the thing?" And I was like, "Not really, no." And then she's like, "Okay, can you please come with me?" So I said, "Okay, fine." So I take my bags, and I'm following her, and then she takes me into the customs place, and she's like, "Okay, we're gonna have you open your bags." And I was like, "Bro, are you fucking kidding me?" Like, again. So before she opens my bag, I have to ask her, like, what kind of food are we talking here? Like, because my bag is mostly just food.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Even though I said no, I was like, my bag is mostly just food because I'm coming from home.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom gives me food. She's like, "Oh, anything that you can, put down your throat and swallow and stuff like that." I was like, "Okay."
That's a good description of food.
Yeah, I was like, okay, fine. That's a funny joke, but I get it, right? And I was like, yeah, I do have food, but I don't have like fruits or seeds or any of that sort, because I know that that's what they're like picky about. She's like, that's okay. Just open up your bags. Let me go through them, and we'll see. So she goes through. She opens, and like, dude, I'm carrying like gulab jamun and shit. So she she gets to the point where, and it's like covered up in like newspaper and stuff, so that even if it leaks out, like it doesn't damage any of my clothes. So it's like covered in newspaper, covered in like cling film and stuff like that. Um, and then she gets to the boxes, and I'm like, oh, and I had to explain to this woman like what fucking gulab jamun is. And she's like, it's okay, it's okay. I get it. Like you're a child. Your mom wants you to eat. It's okay, it's okay. So she packs up my shit and then she walks me out. And the entire time I'm like, bro, every single place I've gone to has checked me. Like the past 2 years, wherever I've flown to, I've been randomly selected. I stop in London, and then at the in London at the gate, they fucking look at my name and they're like, "Hi, you've been randomly selected for a check." And I'm like, "Bro, this is not random. It's like, it's very frequent. It's happened every single time at this point." So I feel like now they're they have an agenda.
That's disappointing.
I'm very scared.
That's so disappointing, though.
What?
Me having a name, Murtaza Muslim Fazli Hussain. I have never been randomly selected, and you're telling me you get to be randomly selected?
I have been randomly selected. I was even stopped by undercover police at the German airport, bro. Like everything.
The one
that
thing
can happen the only thing that I'm thankful that has never happened to me is like I've been detained at an airport.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, they're like, hey, we have some questions, follow us. The day that happens, I think I will cry. Not even exaggerating.
The one thing specially reserved for Muslims, now you've infiltrated that as well. Goddamn.
And you know what happened? And what happens is, before I fly out, I make sure I shave my beard. I go full clean shave, just so that they're not even impacted by that. And I still get fucking picked on.
At that point, there's something.
This time when I was coming back, I had like a little bit of a beard, but it wasn't that bad. Like I had shaved like 2-3 days before, so it's not like I wasn't like, I didn't have like you beard, but I had a little.
I don't have a beard anymore.
But still, no, but before.
Yeah.
You know, before when you were like, if you shave, we're gonna kick you out of your religion. That type of beard.
Okay, that type of beard.
Yeah, I didn't have that type of beard.
Mm-hmm.
It was not even that close.
Okay.
Like, it was very.
No, but like, to be honest, my dad, who's called a Muslim Fazli, like his name is Muslim. He's never been randomly selected either.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm not. By the way, me saying that doesn't mean.
Maybe they're just like, you know what? This guy's name sounds too obvious. Just let him go.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you know, like if he's an undercover, like, you know, terrorist or whatever, he's a really bad one. He's a really, really bad one. So they're like, yeah, you know, just fuck it. Like, there's nothing we can do. That's, but yeah, no. Yeah. Okay.
I think, but I wouldn't have like asked for a better vacation though. It was good.
Oh yeah, mine.
It was good in a way that like, even though it was a lot of like work and like a lot of moving around, I still had fun at the wedding. I still met like a shit ton of people at the ashram and stuff like that from like all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like I genuinely made like new friends and stuff like that. You know, that's something that I don't really say often.
Mm-hmm.
And no, they're not imaginary.
Okay, but you can't make jokes like that because now no one will get the fact that you have an imaginary friend.
What?
You said no, they're not imaginary, but that's a joke very catered to me because I know about your imaginary friend.
I don't have an imaginary friend.
He has an imaginary friend.
I don't have
That's what people who have imaginary friends say. That's literally 101 of having an imaginary friend is you say you don't have an imaginary friend.
Listen. Did you on Cartoon Network? Did you watch the show The Foster's Home
Yeah.
of Imaginary Friends? In that show, all of those motherfuckers agreed that they had imaginary friends.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm talking to some imaginary friend. They all knew. They were self-aware. They were like, yes, I have imaginary friends. So,
Okay.
if I'm
I
saying
get you.
I don't have imaginary friends, I mean it.
Okay.
I
So
don't have
so your argument is based off a Cartoon Network TV show.
Yes.
Pretty solid one. Pretty solid argument.
I don't, how else am I supposed to? There's no other way to explain it.
Well, everyone in real life who has an
Because-
imaginary friend thinks that they're real. Your argument is based off cartoon, and I'm basing.
Name one other person. If you're so sure that people have
Uh,
imaginary friends, name one other person who has an imaginary.
Okay.
Who do you think has an imaginary
Okay, listen.
friend?
I
And denies
don't.
it.
Okay, listen. I don't know another person,
There
but
we
I've
go.
read enough cases about people
No.
who have constantly claimed that their imaginary friend is real. Also, I will raise you. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. My 4-year-old cousin has an imaginary friend, and he totally saves him a seat because he thinks it's real. So fuck you. Boom. Mic drop. Where is a mic drop? Yeah.
4-year-old cousin.
It's a better argument than using Cartoon Network.
But a 4-year-old cousin is basically his brain is Cartoon Network at that point.
No, it's not. Like,
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you. Okay,
Yes.
listen.
You can't
Listen.
tell me anything otherwise.
People. Okay, this is. Okay. People who have imaginary friends are either children or adults who have some sort of mental disability. Like that's the usually the most common cases. And by
Right.
maybe not even like mental disability, but a condition, mental condition.
Do I look even slightly mentally unstable to you?
You see, not mentally unstable. Yeah, and I guess mentally disabled is also wrong because you don't have to but you could have a condition that formulates you to have, and that could be a lot of things, and I cannot conclusively say that you don't have a mental condition. So I therefore believe that you do have an imaginary friend.
All these years studying psychology, and you still don't know whether or not your best friend has a mental condition or not.
Listen,
You might as well just apply for a refund.
listen, I have opinions about the conditions you may or may not have, but I cannot give you a diagnosis or try figure it out, especially on a podcast. Especially when a lot of our words not really are anymore, were scrutinized, I want to be saying shit that someone's telling me, no, you don't know your shit. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Yeah. To your very traveling story. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
I will raise you one, but I don't know if I want it in or not. So if I don't, just cut it out. Okay. Do you want to say goodbye and then I can say it afterwards? And then if it's okay, then you can put it in.
This is so weird. I'll be like, okay, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. And then you continue with the story. And then after that, if I choose that it's right, I'll be like, okay, thank you.
No, but then the reason I'm saying you do the goodbye now is because then you just cut it out and put this story in between there.
Holy shit.
That's not that hard. Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. It's not that hard. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, just fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. Then you can decide.
Yeah, just say it,
Okay.
man.
No. I mean, I'm just saying it, but then I'll tell you whether to remove it or not. You see, the thing is that no, it's fine. I'll just tell you later. It's fine.
Look, you can just say.
No. It's there's a whole other aspect of it that I can't even mention as well.
Fine.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Also, it is snowing outside right now.
Fuck, man. I waited in Toronto for snow for so long. It snowed
And it didn't snow?
one day. It snowed on one day. Just one fucking day.
You know, when I was flying back from Europe to Philadelphia, we passed through Canada,
Yeah.
and like from the top of the plane, you could see like, dude, there were lakes were frozen, and on top of the frozen lake, it was just snow.
No, I agree. I was very disappointed. I expected a lot, but it was like it was equivalent of UK weather, like UK winter, like mostly
It was
rain
just
and
cold.
stuff. Yeah, like there was a time it just rained all day, and I was like, man, this is really disappointing.
Should have gone to like slightly north.
Yeah, because you'll pay
I
for my
heard in like
accommodation if I go slightly north.
I heard in like Alberta, places like Alberta, it was like
Okay, no,
minus
yeah,
40.
yeah, Alberta and all those things are obviously like just generally cold. They're like cold the year throughout, but like Toronto still gets pretty cold. Like the last time I went, it was negative 30-ish. But like this time, yeah, this time I
Holy
went, it
fuck.
like crossed, like it was negative 10, I think like twice or thrice.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, but it wasn't really like snowing or anything. Like,
I mean, it's snowing here, but it's not like, a blizzard
yeah,
or anything.
yeah, but the day after I left, a snowstorm happened and now it's
Snow.
snowing. Yeah,
Ah,
it was really funny.
maybe I was just waiting for you.
Yeah, no. The one day it snowed, I like, went outside and did like stuff in the snow. I built like a snowman, whatever. I know.
Yeah, a fucking child.
Dude, for someone who doesn't see snow that often, I'm not gonna be judged for enjoying it.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I like, did the whole snowball thing, whatever. It's fun.
Yeah,
And then I was like, fuck. It was like a proper like pile of snow. So I was like, man, I'm so excited. Tomorrow, like, I'll take like Shiba for a walk or whatever. Like do something, like get outside, go to the park.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up, all the snow is gone. Every single bit of it is melted.
Yeah, no, it snowed in the morning, and there was like a nice blanket of thin carpet of snow, and then within 2 hours,
Yeah.
like while I was having breakfast, this was at about like 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
10:30. I was having breakfast, and you could see the thin carpet of snow that was there. After breakfast, I watched like 2 episodes of Confession Killer, and I looked outside, and all the snow is gone.
Oh, wow.
So between 10 and 12, all the snow had gone, and now 2 hours later it's snowing again. And okay, this time it looks like it's much
Thicker.
more.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can end it there. Don't know how long we've gone for.
All right, thank you for listening to this. I wouldn't even call it this week's.
This
month's episode.
yeah. I don't even know if it'll be this month. Who knows? This bi-monthly episode.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of the WAT podcast, season 2. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Goodbye.
Bye.